Hello, I am Jamie Francis Ramos, a third year BSIT student, and I'm about to discuss routing algorithm.
Let us first define what is routing algorithm. Routing algorithm is a method that establishes a route or path for transferring data packets from one location to another. They aid in the effective routing of internet traffic. After leaving its source, a data packet might choose from a variety of paths to reach its destination. In order to transfer the packets from source to the destination, the network layer must determine the best route through which packets can be transmitted. Whether the network layer provides datagram service or virtual circuit service, the main job of the network layer is to provide the best route. The routing protocol provides this job. The routing protocol is a routing algorithm that provides the best path from the source to the destination. The best path is the path that has the least cost path from source to the destination. Routing is the process of forwarding the packets from source to the destination, but the best route to send the packets is determined by the routing algorithm. Routing algorithms can be broadly categorized into two types: dynamic routing and static routing. Let us first discuss dynamic routing. Dynamic routing makes routing decisions dynamically depending on the network conditions. It constructs the routing table depending upon the network traffic and topology. They try to compute the optimized route depending upon the hop count, transit time and distance. Dynamic routing uses algorithms to compute multiple possible routes and determine the best path for traffic to travel through the network. It uses two types of complex algorithms: distance vector protocols and link state protocols. Link state means every router has complete information about all other routers in the network and the traffic status of the network. Distance vector means each router has information about the routers it is directly connected to. It doesn't know about every router in the network. There are three types of dynamic routing, which are centralized algorithm, isolated algorithm, and distributed algorithm. Centralized algorithm finds the least cost path between source and destination nodes by using global knowledge about the network. So, it is also known as global routing algorithm. Isolated algorithm is an algorithm that obtains the routing information by using local information rather than gathering information from other nodes. Distributed algorithm, also known as decentralized algorithm, as it computes the least cost path between source and destination in an iterative and distributed manner. In the decentralized algorithm, no node has the knowledge about the cost of all the network links. In the beginning, a node contains the information only about its own directly attached links, and through an iterative process of calculation computes the least cost path to the destination. Now let us discuss static routing. In static routing, the routes show the path between two routers that cannot be updated automatically. The path is manually updated. If the changes occur on the network side, we need to update the routing table's changing path. Routing tables are the tables that contain the routing information. Static routing is easy to design and implement, as there is not a complex path. Static routing is the best choice when the number of routers is less, as it requires manual updates. Static routing is also known for non-adaptive routing, as it does not adopt the routing path automatically. There are two types of static routing: flooding and random walks. In case of flooding, every incoming packet is sent to all the outgoing links except the one from it has been reached. The disadvantage of flooding is that node may contain several copies of a particular packet. Flooding may be uncontrolled, controlled, or selective flooding. Random walks is a probabilistic algorithm where a data packet is sent by the router to any one of its neighbors randomly. An advantage of using random walks is that it uses the alternative routes very efficiently. Now, what are the differences between static routing and dynamic routing? First is path selection. Static routing uses a single pre-configured route to send traffic to its destination, while dynamic routing provides multiple available routes to the destination. Second is the ability to update routers. Network administrators must manually reconfigure static routes in order to adjust routes. Dynamic routing uses algorithms to automatically update with the preferred route change. Third is routing tables. Static routing has a smaller routing table with only one entry for each destination, while dynamic routing requires routers to send out their entire routing tables to identify route availability. Fourth, the use of protocols and algorithms. Static routing doesn't use protocols or complex routing algorithms. Dynamic routing uses distance vector protocols, such as RIP and IGRP, and link state protocols, such as OSPF and IS, to adjust routes. Fifth, Computation and bandwidth requirements. Static routing requires less compute power and bandwidth, as it only has one pre-configured route. Dynamic routing requires more computation and bandwidth to generate multiple route possibilities. Sixth is security. Static routing is more secure because it doesn't share routes across the entire network. Dynamic routing creates more security risks because it shares complete routing tables across the network. Last is the use cases. Static routing is best used in smaller networks with fewer routers and is ideal for networks with unchanging network architecture. Dynamic routing is well suited for larger, more complex networks that have multiple routers, and its flexibility makes it ideal for network architectures that frequently change. That is the end of my discussion about routing algorithm, dynamic, and static algorithm. Thank you for watching.